Hailing all the way back from the days of Medarot 2 and becoming one of the iconic faces of the entire Metabots franchise since. It's the iconic KWG01 Rokusho, with a kit of radar sight, sword, hammer, biped legs, and the leg ability of Charge Fight, which passively buffs the success and power of all equipped melee parts on the build. Now, much like Metabee was, basically setting the standard for your conventional and all-round balanced shooter, Rokusho does the same with your conventional all-round balanced melee. Radar Sight is, of course, a support skill which will grant a 30% boost to success to himself and all allies on the field, but it also will remove any conceal or stealth effects that are currently applied on the enemy side. So this makes it very handy to make use of in the case, say, someone is making use of stealth or especially something like hyper crept, where conceal will pop up very often. Radar Sight allows Rokusho to negate that advantage and still maintain the competitive edge that he may have had prior to over the course of the battle. Basic Sword is a conventional melee skill that has no major drawbacks or advantages. It is a very well-balanced melee skill that you can never go wrong with on any build, be it your conventional or your dedicated nuker melee fighter. Basic Sword will never treat you wrong. Hammer is another conventional melee skill that probably is lesser used, but still does have validity to a point. It is a standard melee skill that will damage all 4 parts on the opposing enemy on the target at once and spread the damage evenly among them. Now, something to make use of and make a note of when it comes to AoEs. When the target is fully healthy, as in 4 parts still fully active and nothing broken, the damage will be split across all 4 parts evenly. But here's the catch. The phrase lies in the key word in the phrase active parts. This means if parts are already broken when you go to use hammer, that damage will be spread equally among the parts currently active. So say if only 2 parts are active, each part will receive half the total damage. Or if 3 parts are active, only 1/3, and so on and so forth. As a pure set score, I honestly would rate Rokusho pretty solidly across the board at a 7 out of 10. For what he offers, he is pretty much the face and master of conventional balance when it comes to melee fighting, so any of his parts you generally can never go wrong with, even if you choose to use him as a pure set. And even if he may not be the fastest on the field, his overall balance will make up for it very solidly, with the support skill that allows him to maintain that edge, especially over particularly tricky foes, and especially between both of his arms that are conventional skills with no major drawback. Aside from Hammer having the no defend while in cooldown, he is very solid across the board when it comes to his armor, to his mobility, to his base power, to his success. So pretty much across the board, you can never go wrong with using any of Rokusho's parts. And for that very reason, I would rate Rokusho also as a mixed parts score a very solid 7 out of 10, for the reasons stated above and the fact that you can fit them just about anywhere in any particular build that needs a conventional melee fighter.